Okay, the home faces south. This is the exterior video. We're going to go counterclockwise around this home. The rain gutters do not divert water far enough away from the structure. I like the way they put the splash blocks backwards. I've heard builders, and you can explain it to me, I've heard them explain that the water pushes out and kind of fans around, and all kinds of stories. The splash block is backwards. Sometimes I think they just put them there so home inspectors have something to talk about. We're going to find something to talk about. We're going to do that. Now, to divert it far enough away, it might not be practical to divert it above grade this far away, because lawnmowers will hit it, people will step on it, it will become a nuisance. And this might be optional, and it might be somebody else pays for it. I don't know how it works, but these rain gutters can go below grade and then come out a little farther. And then what we've got over here, and the home faces south, remember? So over here on the east side in front of the gate, we've got, this is grading, but this is not drainage. Not when you got the little bubble like that. And then you can come over here, and we can even go downhill. Even going downhill between these two. Do you think water's going to stay there? I do. What'll happen is sometimes, I don't know who, but sometimes what happens is the builder will say, well, if this doesn't dry in 48 hours, we consider that a problem. Sometimes that's what you hear. I don't know what that's, if it doesn't dry, if it sits there. Good home, this is bad. Hey. So, this is draining. I mean, this is not draining. This is level. So that's like, if it doesn't dry in 48 hours, we consider that a problem. That's swampage. That's not drainage. And they'll say this. They'll say, well, you know what? Our warranty company doesn't have a problem with this. And that's what you'll hear. Our warranty company does not have a problem with this. And so, oh, interesting. Well, who owns your warranty company? This is, well, ABC. I said, doesn't ABC own your company? I said, not yet, but we're different. We're different. Just because it's the same company, we're different. One hand doesn't wash the other. I get it. So a lot of times I'll try to push this off with the warranty company, but I will say this. I just inspected a 5-year-old house 3 days ago. 5-year-old house, and the new buyers didn't like this, and the old buyers are going, well, like, it's always been like that. The builder said this, and I said, well, go find the builder. Go find the builder. So it's not just your home, it's your home investment. You got a swamp right here. That could be, what we got? Good home, this is Bud. Well, you know, Herman, I'm kind of working, and I'm doing a video right now for my work. And you're on it. So thank you very little for screwing everything up, Herman. Sorry about that. I get sales calls every once in a while. Now, there's something that I didn't mention over here on the condensing unit. You haven't seen the condensing unit video yet. But this disconnect has been sealed to the wall, and that's a good thing. Oh, I told you that it wasn't. So, we got GFCI over here. There we go. We're making our way around. Rain gutter's too close. Most of the rain gutter drainage over here is not so bad. Most of it's not so bad, I guess. How are we looking here? Just a little bit of pitch, almost level. Okay. These are called weep holes. Weep holes are good. This is called a control joint. Some people call them shrinkage joints. Those are good. Now right up here on these soldier bricks, above, I think that's probably the kitchen vent fan. That's what it's looking like. Those soldier bricks right up there, they should be sealed. Okay, where the mortar's going, those are called soldier bricks. These are called sailor bricks. These are called soldier bricks. And they should be sealed right up there. So, we'll just get out my handy dandy recorder. Soldier bricks, east side of the house near the control joint, need to be resealed. Okay, this is called a control joint. Some people call them expansion joints. Call them what you will, but when you have this much brick, we expect our home to move. Okay, that's just the way it works. We expect our home to move. So hopefully it will move along these control joints. And then these weep holes, okay, see what happens is brick, this is a very good building material. Very good building material. This home can burn down and you can still use the brick. And it's maintenance free unless you paint it. Every once in a while you have to repoint it or something like see on those little cracks right up in there? Every once in a while you gotta do that. But most of the time it's maintenance free unless you paint it. And it's a very good insulator, both for temperatures and sound. It's a very good insulator. But one characteristic about this brick is that it's porous. And we know that when the water hits it, the water will get through it. So that's why we have the weep holes. Now, most of the time you won't see anything come out of these holes. It'll just be water vapor. Most of the time it's just vapor coming out of it. If you have an event, water will come out of those, but so don't seal those up. Don't seal those up. Those are there on purpose. What's this vent for? It's kind of interesting. We're missing a rain gutter here, right here. How about that? Let's keep moving on around. Missing a rain gutter downspout at the northeast corner of the patio. Now, remember I was talking about those weep holes and how beneficial they are? Anytime you have a lintel, you're supposed to have a weep hole. Because any moisture that gets back behind there will come down and it allows the vapor to come out instead of staying there. We do not have a weep hole over the patio door. Do not have a weep hole over the patio door. Now these lintels, and I can't get up underneath here, but they're supposed to come in about 6 inches. Right? But that's only about 2 inches right there. If the builder can show you on the drawing that the lintel is supposed to be 2 inches over, then that's fine. That supersedes anything that I could say. Alright? I'm not a designer. I'm not engineering this. I'm a mockingbird. This is what I hear. But we need our weep hole. I think we need our weep hole. I'm going to write it in the report. And again, I'm not a proud man. I don't mind being wrong. So long as my client's taken care of, that's all I care about. Rain gutters again. Now over here, and I didn't show you that before, but since we started talking about weep holes, now our thinking's going up. Oh, we've got a big old gap right there. Look at that gap. That's not a weep hole. When we have wood, that's not a metal lintel. We do not have brickwork over this window. So a weep hole is not required here. But that gap, man, that's pretty good. And man, a mouse can get up in that. Let's see if I can zero in on that a little bit. Right there. Okay. Now, these windows are double pane vinyl frame. Okay. They're new. We shouldn't expect many problems. Moving on along. Now, I'm not seeing any soffit vents, so I'm under the impression that this is going to be a closed attic system, which is good. Otherwise, I'm going to want to know how we're getting some ventilation into the attic. So one of two things are happening. Either they forgot to ventilate it or they didn't ventilate it on purpose. So, another control joint. This is a clean out. Now right here, right about here, that is a fresh air induction vent. That allows fresh air to become conditioned and mixes with the interior air, so the interior air of your home doesn't go stale. Because this is a very tight house. And so that's what that's for. Now, in other parts of the country, or the world even, they don't like to see screens on those because wind-driven rain can freeze on your fresh air duct. It chokes down your furnace, and then on the coldest day of the year, you won't have heat. But that condition it's really not a problem here. I believe that this local municipality, my understanding is that they actually require that screen. We have birds. We don't want birds getting in up there. And then right here, see that little drain? Oh, I guess I can clean this lens off a little bit. Is that better? See that drain right there? That's over a window on purpose. That's your secondary drain line for your HVAC, your cooling system evaporator coil. When that's coming out and you look out the window and you see the water, then you know we need to get a technician over, because that's leaking because the primary drain line clogged up. And just like the primary drain line can clog up, this drain line can clog up as well, or also, maybe not as well, but also. And then the water's just going to come through your ceiling. So it's just something that you don't want to ignore. Gas enters the west side of the home. Now this grating over here looks a lot better than the other side. We're doing pretty good over here, are we? Actually, it's backwards drainage. Is that right? Okay, we've got some level grading on both sides. And they can roll this, they can sculpt it. You know, I would much rather, of course over here I'm telling you to do a mechanical, I'm telling you to go under grade and pop up. But if all this drainage could be addressed above grade, then it's one-time deal, no maintenance. One-time deal, no maintenance. Just a thought. All right. This is called high soil conditions. Where do termites live? In the ground. Huh. What do they eat? Dead wood. Huh. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. It's called a clue. I was doing wood destroying insect report, and this home's too new for that. But if that's what we were doing, then this would be called conducive conditions. Just on a regular trek report, this is still high soil. Where does water go? Downhill. So if the grade is higher than the foundation perimeter, then what's to keep the water from going back into your home? Nothing. Nothing's to stop that. Okay? That's what I thought. Now over here, by the front door, we have weep hole. See that? Right there. You see these rain gutters, the butt ends? They're not supposed to be closer. Now, we've got kick-out flashing. That's a good thing. But the butt ends of the gutters are not supposed to be closer to the masonry, to the brickwork, than 2 inches. They just made them a little too long. They were getting too proud. They said, oh man, I can do that better. I can do that better than those other people. The other people leave gaps. Well, they left a gap on the window on the other side. They should have gotten that a little tight. Oh, I guess it was rain gutter people doing that instead of the carpenters. Okay, weepos. Looking around here, we're lookers. We want to see things. There we go. See it right there? I knew I'd find something. I knew I wasn't through yet. Okay. That's the shingles. Where are you? There we go. That's the shingles. That little strip of metal, that's the rake edge flashing. Sometimes it's a drip edge, but the edge flashing. And then that's the fascia. That little metal flashing right there, it's supposed to lap a minimum of 2 inches. The structure flexes and bends a little bit, and that's just not going to work. We need a little flashing correction right there. Now there's nothing wrong with this. Don't you hate it when I start off like that? See these expansion joints? These are expansion joints this time. These aren't control joints, these are expansion joints. We put boards in here. And I can't, with the price of lumber, I can't believe that they would do that, but this wood will rot eventually. And if it's not offering a certain amount of, even though it's an expansion joint, if it doesn't offer a certain amount of support, it will allow the driveway to move independently from the garage floor because they're no longer friends, and so it'll allow it to do that. So then you'll come back with a mastic seal. They have some pookie that they pour in there. They got some rope that they stick in there. Different products, but there's nothing wrong with the wood. The wood is acceptable. It's just it'd been nice if they'd done something else. And here we go, wood, dead wood, next to the ground where the termites live. See that? You don't think a termite would crawl up in there? I mean, it's just a matter of time when he's crawling up there. Now, you're probably not going to be dealing with termites for about 10 years.